Good morning, Port St. Lucie. Welcome back to another episode of PSL Daily Download, your first stop to all things real estate in Port St. Lucie. My name is Jaime, and I am the owner broker of Port St. Lucie Mortgage Brokers. Today is May 10th, 2024. Hope you're having an amazing start to your Friday, and more importantly, an amazing start to Mother's Day weekend. Hopefully, you're doing something for your mother. You get the time to spend with your mom and celebrate them in your life. So uh, today we're going to talk about inventory and we're going to touch on an article that I came across, which I didn't plan on talking about it, but I think it helps to have these kind of conversations. So let me start by saying I was wrong. A few days ago, I made a video about trends, and I'm like, hey, I see trends finally. Inventory's coming down, which has been, uh, not the theme in the last, honestly, over the last year. But I was proven wrong over the last couple days. Whatever I saw was completely reversed, and we're again increasing inventory in Port St. Lucie. So let's get into the numbers. Let's dive in and see what we're talking about. So I'm actually going to go back a few days. So as of, let's go back to May 7th here. We were at 2356. And if you look above that, we had a few days of it going down, but over the last couple days, specifically, yesterday we were at 2383 and this morning at 2409. So another milestone, $2,400, $2,400, 2,400 homes. I'm going to actually look back, and I didn't do this on my preparation here, but let's see when we hit 22 or 2,300. Oh, look at that. Exactly April 24th, and we're on the 10th. So less than 30 days to increase 100. Now, just like I said back then, um, we'll probably hit this number today, or we did hit this number today. I won't be surprised or shocked if over the next day or so it kind of comes back down under 2,400, but to later then increase and surpass that number. That's been the trend. We hit it, we kind of retreat a little bit, and then it goes past the number again. So we'll see if that happens. I'm not calling no shots anymore. Obviously, I'm terrible at it. So that's why I try to be balanced and try to think of all the scenarios when I'm making decisions in real estate or giving advice. I try not to lean one way or the other on many topics. So let's go to the numbers for this morning. 510, again, we're at 2409, hitting a new milestone of 2400. That is an increase, which was actually down over a percent. We are now over a percent, 1.73 to be exact, from the beginning of this month. Homes listed under 375 also saw a jump at 602. That's an increase of 1.35%. Homes above 375, 1805, another milestone. We hit the 1800 milestone on this, and that's an increase of 1.86. Talk about being wrong, man, right? Homes with reduced prices were at 697. That was a decrease from 702. Month to date, though, we are still up over 2% right over here. Homes listed for rent were at 424, 401. That's a difference of 23 since the beginning of the month, and an increase of 5.74% month to date. So big numbers here. Now, again, to be transparent, I have not looked at any of these numbers, so we're looking at them all at the same time here. I'm running a little bit late for the day, so I ain't got time to study. We'll go over the numbers, and the video will end up how it ends up, and it is what it is. So, all right, Mortgage News Daily's daily rate survey. This is as of the closing of the last business day. I still got it wrong. Closing of the last business day, so closing as of Thursday. All right, these were the rates that Mortgage News Daily had on their survey. The 30-year fix at 7.15, that is down 0.05%. The FHA at 6.61, and that is down 0.03%. I have not had a chance to look at where the rates are this morning, but let's see where the market is, because it might give us an indication on where rates have gone this morning. So Again, I have not looked at those. So we are on CNBC's US Market Watch here. Let's look here. Green, red, green, red, green, red, green. So obviously a mixed market. Dow up and S&P up, Nasdaq down. Let's go to US 10-year Treasury yield. Again, follows inflation loosely, and it's followed by mortgage rates loosely. It's at 4.5, up 0.051, which is an increase of 1.146%. So if I was a betting man, I would say that the rates or the pricing on those rates increased this morning. But again, I cannot verify it at this point. We will see where that goes. But the trend over the last 2 weeks, maybe, has been down, which is good for all home buyers and good for the market. It is easier to qualify for loans and who afford bigger uh, price ranges. All right. I came across this article, which completely. All right. I'm back. All right. Beautiful. So this is a Yahoo article. I try to pick things that are locally here to Port St. Lucie. I did, and then this came across when I pulled up, news stories. It does. Let me start by saying this does not. This is not impacting seriously impacting Florida in general. This is not seriously impacting Port St. Lucie. As a matter of fact, I am not even seeing this in Port St. Lucie. But going back to the beginning of the video, I did mention I was wrong on that thing, and that's why I try to keep kind of an even keel on my thinking moving forward. I try to be cautious for my clients. I never want to steer them one way or the other, giving them advice that the market's going to either crash or the market's going to go sky high, and put them on the opposite of that bet, right? So I try to at least know what's going on out there, and then use my tools and the people around me to better estimate what is going on out there in our market specifically. So let's go to this article. This is an article written by, it's from Yahoo Finance by Alex Tanzi. I assume you pronounce it that way. And it was from yesterday's date, Thursday, May 9th, 2024. So let's go to the article because the heading was what got my attention. So seriously underwater home mortgages tick up across the US. All right. So again, let me make sure it's in the screen here. All right. Bloomberg. Roughly 1 in 37 homes are considered seriously underwater in the US, and that share is much higher across swaths of southern states, according to data out Thursday. So that's why I'm sharing this video. That 1 out of 37 just seems so high. Like if you were to ask me, I'd say 1 out of, I don't know, 300. I don't know, something really high, not that low. 1 out of 37. So again, I can't disprove this information or confirm that this is accurate, but this is what Yahoo Finance is reporting. Nationally, 2.7% of homes carried loan balances at least 25% more than their market value in the first few months of the year. That's up from 2.6% in the previous quarter. According to the first quarter 2024 US home equity and underwater report from Adam, a real estate data firm. And actually, Adam, I know they're pretty good as far as tracking. So and then I get to the next sentence, and this is where I kind of stop and I go, clickbait. While the share of these homes is ticking up, it remains much lower than before the pandemic, when the rate was more than twice as high. Now, I stopped reading there because basically what it's telling me is that, yeah, it ticked up, but when something is so low and it ticks up a little bit, it doesn't mean it's bad, right? But the headline was written in a way to make me at least click on that headline. And if you as a real estate professional see that, or your buyers or sellers see that, it might, and they might not read through the whole article. They might not even read to where I read, and they might assume that this is accurate, right? Like homes are now underwater, that's a problem. It's not a problem. Okay. But in saying that, let me make sure I point out. Number one, only because it's not happening here does not mean it can't happen here. Uh, because it's not a problem now doesn't mean that it won't become a problem. I'm not saying it will or won't, but the point is, if the number is increasing, it's something to be aware about, to be aware of, and to know that the trend is that this is a trend that it's increasing up, even though from a low number. Why is that important? That's important, especially for people that are looking for short-term investments, right? I don't think this is going to be a short-term problem in Florida, honestly, because before this happens across Florida, we're going to have to see prices stabilize and prices kind of go down. And literally, they would have to come down quite a bit to get under, especially 25% under the value of the mortgage, the balance of the mortgage. I see that honestly not possible in the short term. But again, it's something to know of, something to know that it's happening in other places and to be aware of it, right? People think that property values always go up 100% no matter what. And that I could tell you that's not accurate because there are, especially in pockets, um, that it does come down, right? And it could have possibly affect you. I know it affected me back in the 2000s. And again, if you saw my video from a couple days ago, we're not in 2008. Completely different market. Okay. And if you didn't catch that video, I would recommend you watch that one because I did touch on that. But again, it is something to know that it's being tracked and it's just not every house is going up. So what's the lesson? Number one, be aware, surround yourself with a team. Let that be realtors, mortgage brokers, whatever it is, and be educated on what's going on out there and know what the reports are. I know Adam puts out a lot of great reports that I track, but it is again good to know and I wanted to click on this and share it because just by the headline you would think that it's a problem across the country and it's not. So hopefully you found some value in this video. I'm going to see if I could link that video of 2008 versus 2024 right over here. So if you found value in this video, please don't forget to click that like and that subscribe button. There's also, I forget to mention, there's also a bell icon that will notify you once I put out the next video. So I would ask you to click on that as well. I'll put the video over here. And other than that, I hope you have a great weekend. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and some fathers that have to do the work for both mom and dad. And hope you have a safe weekend. Talk to you Monday.